I bet at one point everyone came across one of those videos where people present their own opinions about Demon Slayer lore as fact, with a title like 30 Facts You Definitely Did Not Know, click here! And people get baited. So do I, not gonna lie. And I get why people do that. Demon Slayer is a popular title that attracts a lot of clicks, and it's been talked to death at this point. So videos with basic character breakdowns like "Did you know that Muzan is the progenitor of all demons?" aren't interesting to anyone anymore, but YouTubers still need to milk it. So they let their imagination run wild with theories. Rengoku is circumcised, Ryu reincarnated into a cockroach, and Gyutaro is a hardcore Andrew Tate fan. And so on, you get the idea. Some of these myths seep into the fandom, so I think it's about time to rip them out root and stem. Number 1. Gyutaro turned into a demon at 13. This one is incredibly stupid, and it comes from people not paying attention. If you look at the wiki page, it says that he was over 13 years old. See that greater than sign? Yeah, somehow people miss it. Funny how sometimes fans cling to some obscure reference or throwaway line and build an entire narrative on such a premise, but overlook a simple mathematical symbol. I get that math is hard, but come on guys. His sister was 13 when they turned, and he's the older brother. It was said multiple times that he's a firstborn, and in flashbacks he was already like 5, but Ducky wasn't born yet. During their childhood he had to take care of her. But some people don't care and they keep perpetuating this misinformation that he was 13 when he turned. I know I'm nitpicking here, but getting this right is important. How are you gonna discuss more complex stuff if you're mixing up the ages of characters? Number 2. The effects from katana swings don't actually exist. It's all just visuals to make it look cool. Well, that one is more ambiguous. If those particles were just part of the art style and did not exist in universe, then after fighting this cutie pie right here, Zenitsu wouldn't have had those burns from a lightning strike, and Tanjiro would not have been able to hear that lightning on the other side of the woods. On the other hand, I doubt Tomioka created a real waterfall in this scene. It keeps popping in and out of existence when the camera changes, which makes it confusing. And Ryu's reaction, "How did he do that?" points to those particles being real but visible only to the user, while others can feel and hear them. Another theory states that some breathing styles and techniques do create these particles but others don't, which is horribly inconsistent and only complicates things. Some believe that it all depends on the user. If they put all their strength into a strike, it might backfire and hit them. If they are calm and collected, it's not gonna affect them. All this is not supported by any real evidence, and as far as I know, there's no official info that could at least point us in the right direction. So I'm not gonna believe any of that. Number 3. Akaza is 131 years old. I believe this one comes from a specific line. This walking tumor said that it's been 113 years since the last upper ranks meeting, during which there were no new members. And we know that Akaza was 18 when he turned. Many people think that adding these numbers is enough to deduce his exact age, without taking into account the period between his transformation and the meeting, which could have been 100 years or even more. I assume Akaza had to spend some time climbing the ranks, and there were meetings without him. And even if he became one of the upper moons right away, this bloated ray of sunshine was talking about the latest meeting, and considering that they are pretty rare, it's hard to believe that Akaza is so young. As with the previous one on the list, we don't get any specific info, so that makes people fill in the gaps. Number 4. Shinobu's weight. There's like a million myths about her online, so getting through all would take ages and a whole separate video. Like for example, there's this fan video where she gets slapped, and some people claim that it was left on the cutting room floor for violence or something like that. Others swear they actually saw it in the anime but forgot about it. You know, Mandela effect and all that. But I digress. Did you know Shinobu weighs 37 kilograms? Like hell she does. That's a common misconception. Here's the thing, from an early age, she strived to become a kamikaze. I'm being facetious here, but she did plan to destroy a powerful demon by sacrificing herself. Shinobu poisoned her body in case he would eat her, and people infer her body weight from this particular frame, where she says that the dose of poison the demon will receive will equal to 37 kilograms of her body. But everyone seems to forget that 2 pages earlier it was made clear exactly which body parts would be poisoned. Only blood and internal organs. They don't account for the weight of bones, muscles, or fat. Yeah, she's a slim cutie, but she would still have some fat in her. Plus the brain, tendons, skin, and whatever else. I'm not a biologist, I make YouTube videos. But you get the point. With everything taken into account, it would be well over 40 kilograms, which sounds more plausible. And get this, even the wiki is in the wrong here. Look at this, weight 37 kg. Are you kidding me? You're supposed to be the source of accurate information. I guess wiki admins have a short memory. Just a couple of pages worth. Number 5. Demons have unlimited potential and can increase their power infinitely. Well, if you say that, get ready for stuff like, what about Kyogai? After all, he could not absorb new people and reach the height of his power. Well, not exactly. He just needed to eat individuals with rare, more potent blood, making them worth like 100 people. There is a sort of a glass ceiling for demons, and it's because of Muzan. They can't become stronger than him. If you're a demon, just keep eating those humans, and after sufficient amount, you can get another dose from Muzan to level up, unlock new abilities, and so on. There's little to no risk of dying from the injection if you condition yourself properly. After all, you did survive the turning. Just make sure to ask for an upgrade when you're actually ready. It's like weightlifting. Don't go grabbing the 200-pound bar right away. Start with something simpler and work your way up. You'll get there eventually. Demons have all the time in the world. Nothing is stopping you from becoming as powerful as Akaza, even if as a human you are frail and weak. Obviously, Hashira would make a stronger demon, but with time and effort, one can even surpass him. For example, as a human, Doma never fought a single battle, and still managed to become more powerful than Akaza, who defeated 60 warriors. That's the power of probiotics and nutritious chicks for ya. Anyone can do it. And that's the end of this one. Stay tuned for part 2. Kisses.